What's up you guys? In today's video I'm going to be talking about different ways that you can start building up the different mechanics to actually start doing some sweep picking, which is one of the most sought after techniques out there in the guitar world. Now I do begin from beginner status, and I actually recommend that you begin with a 2-string or 3-string sweep picking patterns that I show you guys, but then you can build up upon those same patterns or those same mechanics and go up to the 5-string and even 6-string type of patterns. Now the whole actual lesson is based around this A major shape. This is an A major triad shape. I usually like to do major 7 and major 9 or add some different scalar stuff to my sweeps. But in this lesson, I'm just going to be doing straight up triad arpeggios. Now, since I'm already talking about the different 7th arpeggios, that's actually what I did at the beginning of the video. I added the 7th note along with some different extensions that come up from the scale. And if you want to check out the tab for that, you can just join me on my Patreon page at the YouTube Interactive Experience. And there you can find the actual tab and notation for that specific lick, and also the backing track that I used right at the beginning of the video. And coming back to the lesson, if this is your first time doing some sweep picking, I highly suggest that you work on the right hand mechanics by applying them on the 2-string arpeggios or the 3-string arpeggios. The important thing is to get the right hand really down really well, because the same type of movements are going to be applied to the 4-string arpeggios, the 5-string arpeggios, and to a certain point to the 6-string arpeggio, all depending on the different shapes that you can use. So again, this is the actual A major arpeggio shape. You can find it right here on the screen. And right now I'm just going to go over the different arpeggios. To begin with, I'll show you the 2-string arpeggio. This next time I'm going to show you the exact same clip, but I'm going to zoom in on the right hand. I want you to look and focus exactly on what I'm doing. I'm beginning with an upstroke, then I'm doing a pull off, and then I go immediately into downstroke on the 2nd string and another downstroke on the 1st string, then begin the whole sequence all over again. Check it out. Now that's pretty much the whole sweep movement. Now all you have to do to add more strings is just add another sweep to another string. Now I'm going to go into the 3-string arpeggio to show you this. This is the actual clip. Now if you notice, it's pretty much the same type of mechanics with the right hand. I'm beginning with an upstroke, then I'm doing a pull off, I'm going up, and then when I land on the lowest note, I'm actually attacking with a downstroke. And this is, like I mentioned before, it's going to be the same way all throughout the different strings. So I'm always going to go upstroke, pull off, down, and then I'm going to keep going down until I land on the lowest note available, and that's where I'm going to begin my downstrokes. Again, let's look at the right hand. It's going to go up, pull off, up, and then as soon as I land on 3rd string, it's going to go down. And from there, I'm just going to be doing downstrokes from the 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string to begin the whole pattern again. Now I'm going to show you the exact same thing with 4 strings, and it looks like this. And again, you can start seeing the pattern. It's up, pull off, up, up, get to the 4th string, and from there start going down. And again, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's exactly the same technique. And that's why it's so important to get these movements really down right at the beginning when you're just starting out with these new techniques. Because at this crucial moment, if you start adding weird movements or something that doesn't really work, then it's going to keep moving on and you're going to start building off a base that is not going to be all that solid. So when things get more complicated in the future, the techniques are just not going to be there. That's why it's important to do things right from the beginning. Now going up to this 5th string, it's exactly the same thing, but we're going to find 2 different variations on the 5th string. One with 1 note in the 5th string, and then another one where we go down to the 5th of the arpeggio. So to begin with, let's just do the one that lands on that A and the 12th fret. You can see it's the exact same mechanic as before, but now when we add that E on the 5th string, we're going to add a little bit more of movement. So it's going to go up, pull off, up, 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 and then as soon as I go to the E, I'm just going to go down, and then from there I'm going to do a hammer on and then go down, 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 and begin the whole sequence all over again. Next up, I'm going to add another note. This time, it's going to be the 3rd, and I'm going to be doing it from the 6th string. So already we have one way of playing a 6th string type of arpeggio sweep. And the whole shape is going to look like this. Now, like I said before, now I'm adding another move right on that 5th string. And now we're just adding to everything, all that bass that we already created. So again, it's going to be up, pull off, up, 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 up. In this case, I'm doing a pull off to get to that E. And then I begin with a downward stroke on the 6th string. And go down, down, hammer on, down, 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 and begin the whole sequence all over again. Let's take a look at the right hand. Now finally, I'm going to add the root note all over again on the 6th string, just to make it a full-on arpeggio from the root at the 5th fret, and then just writing all the way up to that 12th fret, which is the 5th of the actual arpeggio. Now, if you're already a little bit more experienced with different sweeps, I highly encourage you to play around with different types of pickings. There's a whole myriad of variations where you can pick or hammer or just change up the different possibilities of attacks. So I highly encourage you to experiment and play around with the different variations that you can apply to this lick. Alright, so that's it for this video. I want to invite you guys to follow me on all kinds of social media. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Patreon. I want to give a huge thanks to all my patrons. If it weren't for them, these videos would be a lot harder to do. I also want to invite you over to my website, juanantoniomusic.com. You can find different packages for private lessons through Skype. You can also find my book, The Art of Scale Weaving, and my 2 different box sets with the guys from Guitar Tutorials. Alright, thanks for watching.